Welcome to your first training video on the Realty Texas Agent Hub, what we call the .me. This video is a short training video on how to access and how to log in to your Agent Hub. Every agent at Realty Texas has their own unique Agent Hub, and if you navigate to realtytexas.me, just that site by itself, and you click enter, you will go to the root of realtytexas.me. You'll see a map of all of the homes that we've sold, and if you click on any of the pins, it gives you information about the property, the sales price, the license number, who closed it, and if you click the link, it'll open a new page with that property so that you can see all the photos. This one was sold by Lisa Jansky here at Realty Texas. And so that is what this map is about up here. As we zoom out of this map, you can see the Houston market and the Austin market. This is the over $1 billion in homes that Realty Texas has sold. Now, there are a few pages here in case someone wanders across this page to learn a little bit about the company, but really we think that most agents are simply going to click the Agent Login button. Now, this Agent Login button is looking for an Office 365 session on your computer or your mobile device. If you're logged into Office 365, which is our email and Office package container, if you've logged into Outlook, if you've logged in even to the Outlook.com or Porter.office.com, if you have an active session, which most people do because they have Outlook installed on their computer, then when you click the Agent Login button, it sees your session and it automatically navigates you to your subdomain, and it'll automatically log you in. So just by clicking that button, it piggybacks on the open session that you already have with Office 365. If you don't have Office 365 installed on your computer, then you're going to be greeted with the login control. So if you get to this page and you find that it says login, or you've gotten to this page and it doesn't say your name, if it says your name up here, that means you're logged in. If it asks you to log in, then your current session is not logged in. When you click the login button, there are two ways to log in. You can log in with your .me username and password, which was emailed to you when you started your onboarding process. That would have come from Jack Stapleton me. Or if you have Office installed on your computer already, you can just click this button and it will log you in. There are functionality differences between logging in these two different ways. When you log in with your Office 365 session, there is auto email functionality for your rooms. There's auto email functionality for your forms and your e-sign. And there's some functionality that if you join a class or you join an event, that it automatically posts that to your Office 365 or your AKA your Outlook calendar. And so you get a functionality boost by logging in with Office 365. So if you're not logged in with Office 365 and you click this button, it's going to ask you your Office 365 username and password. That password will also have been emailed to you. So we have the what we call legacy way to log in to your .me with your username and password, which is your .me password, which is also your door code here at Realty Texas. Or you can log in with your session. This will eventually be phased out, but currently it's not going to be phased out because there are some mobile devices that don't piggyback on the Office session, but that will be rectified in the near future. So when we click the Office 365 session, again, you're going to piggyback on the current session if you have it open. If you don't, it's going to ask you for your Office username and password. Pretty simple there. Now here is the dashboard. Now you'll see a bell here. The bell opens up and it shows you your message of the day. The message of the days automatically pop up, so you have pop-ups coming on letting you know what's going on. We don't push a lot of messages of the day, but if you do get a message of the day pop up when you log in, it means that it's something serious that we want you to pay attention to or something important. And so if you have a message of the day pop up, you can always click that item and you can say read later. And if you click read later, it's going to have a little number underneath the bell here letting you know how many reminders that you still have to clear. And this session that you've logged in will last for 8 hours. every 8 hours it'll ask you to re-log in. So every 8 hours, the next time you log in, you will see that you are logged out, and you'll have to create the login, click the login button, and click the sign in with Office 365. Now, this functionality is the same on an Android or an iOS device, or your PC or your Mac, desktop, laptop, whatever. One thing we'd like to note is that we have built this system for the Chrome web browser. Although it works in Edge, which is the PC's version of Windows, and Safari, which is the Mac's version of the browser, and Firefox, which is a third-party company browser. Although it does work in all of those, they rendered the fonts just a little bit differently on each browser. Each browser handles HTML code just a little bit differently. So we have made sure that Chrome has the correct size fonts, and we've built the system around the Chrome browser. So if you're using a different browser, you might see font that doesn't quite fit correctly. You might see some things, and you might even have some weird experiences with the .me. We have not taken the time to test the .me in all of the different web browsers. We eventually will, but we are still in development. We have a couple of major releases before we start playing with the cross-browser compatibility. But this is built in HTML5, so it is gonna run on any mobile device, any tablet, or any PC or Mac. But we do recommend that on PC and Mac that you use the Chrome browser. So thank you for watching the login for your very first video here at realtytexashere.me, and we'll see you on future videos.